In this video, I want to answer the question, what is the GROW model of coaching? As a project manager, you're often called upon to develop your team members. In fact, I think that's a fundamental part of your responsibility. You are not just a manager of your project, you are a manager of the people on your project. So developing your people is a core responsibility. And one of the best tools I know to develop people is coaching. And one of the best models for coaching people on a project, in any organizational setting indeed, is the GROW model. The GROW model was developed in the UK by Graham Alexander and John Whitmore. And the book, Coaching for Performance, by John Whitmore, is still the best articulation of that model, and I would say one of the very best books you can read on coaching. It's a great introduction. And the GROW model is a 4-step, arguably a 5-step model to help us to coach someone. And a coaching conversation can be a short 5-6 sentence conversation in a corridor, or it can be a long 2-hour discussion. But following the GROW framework will help you to help other people to learn, to think for themselves, to take responsibility and to develop. And the first part of the conversation is to ask what they're trying to achieve, to elicit their goal. What you're trying to do is to get them to have a very keen, sharp awareness of what precisely the right outcome is for them, which is vital if they're trying to solve a problem, fix something, or improve their performance. And then the next step is to help them to understand the reality of their current situation. So therefore, you're going to ask questions about what do you know, what resources have you got, what actually happened, what appear to be the causes, how can we build an evidence base for how things are linked. The goal and the reality stages of the GROW model are fundamentally about building a high quality of awareness, but we then shift to helping people to start to take responsibility for their own actions and their own development and performance. So the third step in the GROW model is to ask questions about what options they have for how they can resolve the problem, how they can make the decision they're trying to make, how they can make improvements to their performance. And the most valuable question you can ask during the options stage of the GROW process is, what else could you do? And when they've developed a long list of possible options, you can then help them to develop a framework for evaluating those options and then to settle upon the right options to take and the right sequence. The fourth step in the GROW process is will. What will you do to turn those options into a plan and that plan into a schedule? This is about securing real commitment. It's where awareness turns completely into responsibility. So anyone who thinks that a coaching conversation is soft and fluffy, they haven't been on the hard end of tough questioning about what will you do, when will you do it, and what support do you need from me? Because coaching doesn't end at the end of the GROW process. If you've elicited proper responsibility, they'll go out and they will try to improve their performance, try to solve their problem, try to make the decision, and then you can sit down again with them later, because very few people remember that the GROW model is actually GROW me. And the me stands for monitoring and evaluating, and we know about that as project managers because that's a vital part of the project management process too. Ask questions that help elicit high quality awareness of what's working, what's not working, why things are working, why they're not working, and therefore to evaluate performance, evaluate the solution, evaluate the decision, and if it doesn't give the right answers, to go back and check the goal. So, you didn't get what you wanted. What was your goal? Should your goal have been? What's your new goal? What's the reality? And we can go back through the cycle. So the GROW model is one of many models for a coaching process. But to my mind, it's the best one you can be using as a project manager day to day, especially if you've had little or no experience of coaching nor formal training. research it further, and try it out. It's a great tool to use, but remember, developing your people is a core part of your responsibility. If you've enjoyed this video, please do hit the like and subscribe buttons and hit the notification bell as well so that you can hear about our new videos as soon as they drop. And in the meantime, I shall look forward to seeing you in the next one.